Hello everyone, and in today's video I'll be doing Layla's Hangout Quest. If you do enjoy it, make sure to like and subscribe. I'm really excited for this quest. I've been waiting to do it for a little while since it came out. Oh. It just hit 11 o'clock for me, so that just happened just then. What the hell? Alright, so everything is now reset. So what we want to do, the new stuff came out. But anyway, let's go to quests. Let's go to story quests. Go here and go to Layla's and let's confirm it. It's called Ever Silent Stars. Let's begin Hangout. Alright, I'm not entirely sure how long this goes for, but... Oh my god, I didn't know we would be going to the academia. This is perfect. Why are we going to the academia? Oh, that's why we're going to the academia. Hello, Layla.
Oh, we meet again.
Whoa, look at these. They changed that.
Sorry,
Yeah.
but I don't
Was that her
really
energy?
have time to chat right now.
Oh. What's wrong?
I was originally looking up some information at the House of Dana, but the more I read, the more I realized that my thesis is horribly lacking.
Aww. Shows her anxiety. Oh, this is new. Being long tortured by her own anxious thoughts, Layla's stress value shows her current mental state. The value will fluctuate as the story progresses. Apprise the situation carefully before making a choice. So the more hearts, the better, right?
I should have
Maybe?
been done with the first draft of my thesis by now, but I've barely written a third.
Okay, so what are you gonna plan to do now?
Well, I guess I have to keep looking up as much info as possible. I shouldn't give up now.
Yeah, don't give up.
But who am I kidding? Maybe I'm not cut out to be a researcher.
Don't say that.
Maybe I shouldn't have come to the academia in the first place. All I've done is cause trouble for my advisor and classmates. I should probably notify my advisor sooner than later, so he can focus his attention on the other students. No, I don't even have the guts to bring it up, and I haven't completely given up yet.
You still have time, right?
To be honest, I haven't slept a wink for days. Just thinking about the awful state of my thesis keeps me up at night.
Aww.
Lack of sleep hinders my ability to focus, and if I can't focus, I can't do any proper research or thinking. I'm stuck in a vicious cycle. I've seen the caliber of the other academia students. They're all geniuses and fast learners. I'm nowhere near as gifted as they are. Oh, if it wasn't for someone who's been helping me out, my advisor probably would have kicked me out of the Darshan by now.
You're part of the Darshan Championship, so good. Is this someone a good friend of yours?
No. All my friends are back home. I'm the only one who got to come study at the academia. This might sound strange, but I actually don't know who's been helping me.
Oh!
I don't even know if they're a person or not. Due to my lack of sleep, I sometimes get dizzy and faint when I'm stressed out.
It's that bad, huh?
Yeah, but oddly enough, when I wake up, all the things I was stressing over are taken care of.
What?
My homework's somehow finished before the deadline, and My papers are perfectly written.
Oh, is it her sleepwalking? I'm pretty sure this is her sleepwalking. She's sleepwalking and doing everything. Oh, I think I get it. Yeah.
That's
I
not
do get it,
all.
actually.
My flowers are watered, laundry's done, even my broken camera was fixed.
Hopefully she
I
figures it
really
out.
don't
I'm
know
hoping she
what's
figures it
going
out.
on, but for now, I'm calling the phenomenon a blessing from the stars. Maybe the stars above decided to help out after seeing all the effort I put into my research. If that's even possible.
That sounds pretty extraordinary.
But there's no point in me studying at the academia if I keep relying on this mysterious
Oh,
phenomenon.
it's you! I'm pretty sure it's you, not the...
It
Oh,
comes
no.
down to my own efforts, improving one step at a time. How else can I honor my parents and live up to the expectations of everyone who knows me?
That makes sense. The effort you put in is equally important.
Oh no, I've already spent too much time chatting.
Oh, sorry.
I still haven't made much headway on my thesis. At this rate, I'll need the Wisdom Sealy's help.
You just said you wanted to rely on your own efforts.
Yes, but time's of the essence, so I have to take what I can get. Oh, sorry.
Oh, it's all
I'm
good.
just making excuses. But the Wisdom Sealy is truly amazing and freely shares its endless knowledge. If you want its help, all you have to do is write down your question and you'll get a response a short while later.
Maybe it's a... Maybe it's a researcher who wants to remain anonymous.
No one knows who or what it actually is. It's just known as the Wisdom Sealy. But getting an answer all comes down to the Sealy's mood. Sometimes it'll only give you a vague answer or play tricks on you. I'm pretty
Oh, no.
sure a researcher wouldn't do something like that. All I can do right now is hope
Beg to
that
differ
it
on that.
helps me.
Well, what about the blessing from the stars?
Who knows if it'll happen this time? I can't put all my eggs in one basket. Trying my luck with another phenomenon is better than doing nothing.
It sounds a little sketchy, but I'll go check it out with you. It's too risky to rely on self-sufficient legend to complete. Nah, this one?
Oh, really? But I don't want to take up your time.
It's fine, I don't have anything going on.
Sorry for the bother. You're too kind. Okay, let's go give it a try. I've already prepared my question for the Sealy.
Okay.
I just hope it can help me get through this predicament. Among the countless legends surrounding the House of Dana, the Wisdom Sealy is one of the more popular ones lately. It hasn't been around for long, but word of the Sealy's existence spread like wildfire.
Whoa.
Many people have claimed that they've received a reply from it. So, it should probably help me as well, right?
Yeah. So do you just call its name and it appears? Or is there some kind of summoning ritual?
Any funny antics in the House of Dana will get you escorted out. Or perhaps thrown out. Let's split up and ask around about the Sealy. Hopefully someone knows something more.
Okay. Ask Rabar about the legend. Is that you say his name? I'll go into here. Enter the House of Dino. Let's go, Mario. Alright. Oh, because I'm pretty sure it's her sleepwalking that's completing everything as well. But about the questions, I would have no idea about how these questions are being solved.
Excuse me? Have you ever heard of the Wisdom Sealy?
You've come to the right person. I came across this legend not too long ago myself. After hearing about it, I decided to test it out and asked it a question about the brightness of the stars. 2 days later, I got a response. It included 2 pages of detailed and accurate information. It saved me from having to look up a ton of resources.
Really?
Yeah, so I submitted another question a few days ago. I still haven't received a reply, though.
That sounds like what others have said. But I don't have the time to wait for a reply if the Sealy doesn't answer right away. Whatever. Can you please tell me how to submit a question to the Wisdom Sealy?
It's quite simple. Go to the bookshelf over there
Layla
and
looks
find
so
either
cute there,
theoretical
just-
astrology or a quick reference guide to astrology cases.
Oh, I know where those are. My Darshan has us use those 2 books quite often.
Okay, so write your question in a letter addressed to the Wisdom Sealy, and then insert the letter into one of the books. Come back in a day or 2, and if you see a red stamp on your letter, that means the Wisdom Sealy has replied. However, if the stamp never appears, then that means the Sealy doesn't want to answer your question.
I see. Thank you so much. I'm gonna go write down my question.
Hopefully.
the Sealy replies.
Hopefully. Oh, the academia is like a weird place to walk around. I'll show you how I'm playing with him. Alright, so we're going to head over to the bookshelf. What did I say? Oh, wait. I have to go around. Oh, all the way down here. Holy moly. Wait, oh wait, these are one of the things that Alhaitham and Kaveh were ranting about in Alpha. Alright. Layla places her letter in the designated book.
Finally. I wrote out my question and put it in the book.
What do we do now?
Wait, I guess. Let's give it some time. I'll come back tomorrow to check on it. Don't worry about me if you have other things to do.
I'll come with you, I'm a little worried.
I see. Thanks. I appreciate it. Alright then, let's meet up here tomorrow. I really hope the Sealy replies.
Hopefully, I'm hoping it does. The next day you will later return to the safe bookshelf.
Time to look at the letter. Please let there be a stamp.
Please, come on. Oh, whoops. Oh, please.
There's a red stamp on it. The Sealy responded. Fantastic.
You look better already, your eyes are sparkling.
This is wonderful. My troubles are at an end. I can't even begin to express how grateful I am.
Oh, so the more stressed she is, or the more anxiety she has. Okay.
Let's take a look at what it wrote. Thank you for your letter. Though I have extended a response, I cannot answer your query due to your questionable motives.
What?
Questionable motives? Me? Wait, huh? Okay, let's see. Completing a thesis requires independent thought and work. You planned on using my knowledge to complete your paper's most critical portions. That's not right. However, considering that your deadline is fast approaching, and that there is substance to the content in the completed sections of your thesis, I've decided to help you nonetheless. Follow the hints I've left, and you will find the answer to your question. Consider the effort you put into thinking and searching as your payment for my knowledge. What the... It's absolutely right about everything. Oh,
Oh
I'm
no.
starting to feel guilty now. I can't deny any of it. But I'm running out of time. Oh, what should I do?
I'll search for the answer with you.
Huh? I could tell you're a very kind person, but I never expected that you'd go this far to help me. I'll definitely think of a way to make it up to you once I take care of my thesis.
Don't worry about it, just another day in the life of an adventurer.
Okay, let's start by looking at the hint it left us. It should be on the second page. The first clue lies hidden on the road of wisdom. The headstrong child finally sees the world for how big it truly is, filled with awe, yet struck with fear. That's it? Not even a picture or any other marking to go off of.
These are more
This
riddles.
is pretty abstract.
Pretty sure.
What's this road of wisdom and who's the child?
Wisdom is probably referred to the academia.
Possibly. That sounds like a natural conclusion. So, is the road of wisdom the road that leads to the academia then? Wait,
Oh.
I think I get what it means by the child and awe and fear. When I first left home, it took me days to reach Sumeru City. I was completely shocked when I first saw it with my own eyes. It was so grand and awe-inspiring. Pictures of the city simply don't do it any justice. After seeing the city, a thought popped into my head. Am I really worthy of this place?
And that's the fear?
Worry, fear, or whatever you want to call it. If I'm connecting the dots correctly, then I think I know where the Sealy is leading us.
Where?
But how does it know my feelings so well?
Maybe it wasn't referring to you specifically. People who come into Sumeru City from elsewhere might often have similar feelings.
You have a point. There's
Sorry,
nothing
smart.
special about my background or experiences. It could be anyone.
Don't say that.
Anyway, let's go take a look.
Okay. Oh, jeez. Did not know it was going to be this far away. Wherever you go, whatever life throws at you, interact, the stars in the sky will always have a place for you. Aww. Dendro... Aradar! Alright, let's go. Oh, this music. Boom, boom, boom.
Oh, we should be close. This is the way I came when I first traveled to Sumeru City.
Okay.
It's been way too long since I last visited home.
Aww.
No, this isn't the time for that kind of talk. We have to hurry and find the clues that the Sealy left behind.
It's a pretty big area.
It is. Relying solely on what the Sealy said might not be viable. Assuming the Sealy is intentionally linking the clues to my past, I think I have an idea.
Let's hear it.
So this is a little embarrassing. At that time, the sight of Sumeru City was absolutely mesmerizing. I was anxious, but also excited about all the things to come. I
Yeah.
was distracted and accidentally stepped on an Avidia leopard's tail.
Oh no, the price of being
I
distracted.
didn't notice it at all. The poor thing was sound asleep, and after I stepped on its tail, it bolted straight up. I freaked out and ran as fast as I could. There were actually more Avidia leopards sleeping nearby, and they were all faster than me.
Oh
I
no.
almost got bitten a couple of times. Good thing someone from the Eremites heard me shouting for help. They managed to scare off the leopards.
Good thing you weren't hurt.
Yeah, but when I finally managed to calm myself down, I noticed that the talisman my mother had made for me was missing.
Oh.
It's extremely precious to me. Ever since I was little, I would always carry it with me whenever I'm doing something important. I also had it with me when the academia conducted its selection exam at my village. I checked my bag at least a dozen times to make sure the talisman was in there. I feel much more at ease knowing that I have it with me. I had thought that it would also help me calm my nerves in Sumeru City, but I ended up losing it before I even finished registration at the academia.
The piece of mind it gave you must be irreplaceable.
Yeah, and that's when I started having sleeping problems. Losing
Oh,
a
shit.
talisman
Sorry.
like that is definitely a bad omen.
She said she was
Sorry.
sleeping less.
I'm starting
Stuff.
to ramble again. What were we talking about before? Right. Why the silly let us here. I think we should look around where the Avidia leopards attacked me. If the silly is trying to make me remember things that happened in the
Maybe
past,
we get to find the talisman
it
again.
would make the most sense for it to hide clues in memorable locations. Oh, hope the silly's clue wasn't also torn to shreds by Avidia leopards.
Let's look around first.
Yeah, that's the only way we'll know for sure.
Alright. So over here?
Oh, we should be close.
Oh, this?
Sure enough, it's here. And in a really obvious place. That pretty much confirms my hunch about the Sealy's intentions.
It seems like the ceiling knows you really well.
I don't know. But how did it know about all these details? I've hardly told anyone about this stuff. It's not hiding somewhere and spying on me, is it? Oh, that's a scary thought. Anyway,
I feel
let's
like...
look at the clue we found. Seems like you haven't forgotten about your very first failure. See? It knows everything.
This might be too much, even for the wisdom Sealy.
I have no idea what's going on.
What the...
No wonder the Sealy is becoming legendary. Let's keep reading the clue. I've placed the second clue where heaven meets water. The answer, seemingly amongst the stars, was ultimately washed to some unremarkable place downstream. Just as I thought. It's something to do with me again.
You already got the meaning?
If the first clue was any indication, then the location described in this clue should also be related to my life experiences. Most Ratawahist research is related to studying the stars. My own thesis work often requires me to go in the field and collect astrological data. And,
Uh-oh.
let's just say there's another devastating and unforgettable failure I had.
Thinking about these things will only make things worse for you.
But that can't be helped, right? We do many things not because we want to, but because we have to. Let's keep moving. It might be hard to believe, but being out and about is making me feel a lot better than usual.
Oh no, the more hearts there are, the less anxiety she has. I'm confused with the whole, like, heart system of this, but I'm pretty sure it's the more hearts, the more hearts, the less anxiety she has. I mean, I have no idea. But I'm pretty sure that's how it is. Alright, so downstream. It's the slimes! Not slimes, fungi.
We're here.
What's...
That's the spot. That's where I performed my first field observation after enrolling at the academia. I borrowed some equipment from the school and came here on a perfectly clear day. Everything was ready to go and I was positive that I'd be able to get some great data. But the equipment was a little heavy and I didn't notice that the ground was muddy and some spots were unstable. After I finished setting up everything, part of the ground suddenly shifted and my equipment started teetering over. I rushed over to grab hold of it, but I ended up tripping over another piece of equipment.
Aww.
The next thing I knew, everything was covered with muddy water. Oh, me and all my equipment. You must be wondering how someone can be so clumsy.
So good. Not really. We all prone to mistakes when we aren't well rested.
Thank you for understanding. If I were the one complaining about not being well rested, it would just sound like an excuse. Oh, it's a vicious cycle. The less I sleep, the more mistakes I make. The more mistakes I make, the harder it is for me to sleep.
Aww. So what happened afterwards? Were you injured?
I just got a minor fracture, so I had to rest at B. Marston for a while. To pay off the damages to the equipment, I took some part-time jobs. I just went to work whenever I couldn't sleep. It took me forever to pay off what I owed.
Don't tell me your insomnia got worse after that.
Bingo. Oh. The pressure from my studies and debt was crushing me, and I didn't want to tell my family about any of it. After all, I am the legendary Layla who made it into the academia at a young age. And had never failed an assignment in her life.
Ever considered taking a break?
Of course. I've even considered giving up on my studies completely and returning home to help care for the Sumter beast, but that would be kind of embarrassing.
No, it would. Just live the life you want to live.
I don't mean that I'd be embarrassed in front of others. I mean that I'd be ashamed of myself.
Okay.
After all, everything I've done up till now is only a result of my own decisions. Although, it hasn't always been smooth sailing, and sometimes things don't go my way. I made it this far on my own. There haven't been any major incidents with my studies, and I even managed to pay off the equipment damages.
Keep yawning because the later keeps yawning.
But I guess I'm exaggerating a bit. Most of it is still due to the help of some unknown person rather than my own work.
It's you sleepwalking, I'm telling you. Your parents would feel bad if they knew what you're going through. Yeah.
And that's exactly why they mustn't ever find out. Once I finally manage to acclimate to life in Sumeru City, I'll show them my success.
Let's go.
I hope that day will come eventually. Anyways, let's continue looking for the next clue. It should be around here somewhere. An unremarkable place downstream was the description.
Oh, so down here. I wonder... Oh, here.
That place downstream could be somewhere close by.
Boom.
Here, it's over here. Good thing it's dry. I was worried the message might be wet. Let's see. Have you found it? The unremarkable place downstream. Well, of course. How else could I be reading this message? Seriously. I've placed the third hint at a crossroad without a cross. You can turn left or right, but turning back shouldn't be an option.
It feels like the clues are getting more and more vague.
They're actually getting clearer for me.
Ah.
I was sort of expecting this even before I read the message.
Hey, stop yawning.
I don't know
Can't
if the
take it
clues
anymore.
are following a
I'll keep yawning as
timeline
well.
or if they're based on the amount of regret I have. Either way, this incident was bound to come up sooner or later.
It sounds like this is getting personal.
Would someone really go to all this trouble just to pull off some prank? I can't make heads or tails of it. Anyway, just follow me. I'll save the story for when we get there.
Okay. I wonder what the story's gonna be. It's gonna be another like sad one. Oh! Let's do that.
This is the place that immediately came to mind when the hint mentioned a crossroad. I came here to conduct some astrological observation once. Everything went smoothly on the way, and I thought I was starting to get used to life at the academia. But just as I was about to set up the observation equipment, I heard a strange sound coming from nearby. I made my way here and discovered a bunch of bandits robbing someone.
Oh no.
They were a group of treasure hoarders in the family that was being
treasure hoarders.
completely helpless. They definitely wouldn't have been able to escape, and simply handing over their Mora might not have been enough to make the bandits go away.
So you wanted to help but couldn't?
Not exactly. I already had a vision by that time.
Oh, okay.
Someone with a vision should technically be really powerful, right? Handling a group of treasure hoarders should be well within my abilities. However, I didn't know how to channel the power of the elements to fight at that time, and I was super scared. I wielded immense power, but I didn't feel any stronger than just an ordinary person.
Don't feel bad about that. You didn't know how to use it yet, and that's fine. Then what happened?
Then I ran away. I scrambled towards Sumeru City looking for help.
See, you tried to help. That's the thing, you tried to help.
Eventually, I managed to return with a few adventures I ran into along the way. It took longer than I had hoped, and by the time we made it back here, the treasure hoarders and the family were gone. I don't know if the family only lost their belongings in the end, or if something worse happened to them. I faced faced a lot of problems after coming to Sumeru City, but this incident is one that I regret the most. I sat on the ground and began to cry. I could have stepped in to help that family. Would it have ended differently if I were just a little braver?
You did the right thing.
Aw, thank you for trying to comfort me, but I can't stop myself from thinking that way.
Hey, it's fine, it's fine. If you were to try and didn't know how to use your elemental power, you would have gotten hurt as well, and we wouldn't want that. And then they still would have gotten robbed. So I feel like the best option you had was to go look for help, which you did.
It's just as the silly said. Turning back shouldn't be an option. However, I can't help but think about running away whenever I'm faced with a challenge.
The city probably wants you to do more than just criticize you for the past. Why don't you try facing your challenge head on?
You're right. The more challenging it gets, the harder I should try. I'm feeling calmer now. Okay. Let's go look for more leads nearby.
Okay.
We're probably getting close now. Let's search this area.
Oh.
Here it is, just as I thought. The Sealy must have placed it here in advance. Let's see what we have this time. Whatever it is, I'm ready.
Picture left by the wisdom Sealy. Huh.
Huh? It's a picture?
Aren't there a lot of those houses around? So it's not a riddle this time.
Guess not. This house looks like it's in Vimara Village. Does the Sealy want us to go there?
Or is it in the hive? Nah, I'm joking. Maybe some sort of trap is waiting for us then. This might be the last stop on our search.
I can't think of any connection I have with Vimara Village, though.
Oh.
I've only been there once, and it was pretty uneventful. Whatever the case, the only way we'll know is if we go there.
Just be sure not to push yourself too hard.
Thanks, but I'm fine. I'm used to pushing my limits. I know how far I can go.
Alright. This is the picture. Have I even been to this village? I've probably have. Oh, this village. Oh, I have. Oh, we're right here. I didn't even. It's like we were right there. Like, what the fuck? What the hell? Are they those other houses in this village? This place doesn't really ring any bells for me either. Let's take this damage, why not? Uh-oh. How much damage should I take? I don't know. Man, I love a black screen. It really captivates this
Let's see.
thing really well.
This should be the place. Nothing seems out of the ordinary. Maybe the Sealy didn't prepare anything for us this time. Or does it want us to knock on the door first?
Maybe.
If we're wrong about this, it'll be super awkward.
Calm down. Calm down.
You're right. I can't always be like this. Sometimes it's better to take action than overthink every little thing. Hello? Is anyone home?
Catch Hoovers. You could have made it at least we're at the door or at the house. We're like in the middle of the road.
Coming! Just a moment. Oh, it's you, Layla.
There we go.
How nice of you to stop by again.
Huh? Do you know me?
Oh, she came here while she was sleepwalking. Ah, interesting.
That's no way to greet a friend. Of course I know you. Is this a friend of yours? Or perhaps a classmate?
A friend. I'm having a little trouble with my thesis and we happened to be passing by.
What's going on, Layla?
I don't know either. I don't even know where to begin.
Sleepwalking.
I recognized him immediately. He's one of the people that was getting robbed by the treasure hoarders.
Oh!
But he shouldn't know anything about me. He shouldn't even know who I am.
You said you'd been to Vimara Village once.
Yeah, but that was before the robbery. I was just passing through. Even if he saw me, he wouldn't know who I am. He didn't notice me during the robbery.
Is something the matter?
I appreciate your kindness, but I really can't remember how we met. I'm sorry.
So you aren't joking? Do you still remember when my family and I were being robbed by a gang of treasure hoarders?
Yes, but I don't think I was of much help to you all.
How so? You told us everything yourself the last time we met. My family and I were surrounded by treasure hoarders, and I didn't know what to do. But then, we heard people approaching in the distance. Those treasure hoarders were the first to hear them coming and started to flee the moment they sensed the situation wasn't going their way. They didn't even bother taking anything with them.
Oh, look at that,
I wasn't sure
Layla.
what happened, but the treasure hoarders were scared off. I immediately grabbed my wife and child and got out of there.
Oh, I see.
Let's go. Look, see, Layla? See, look at
I'm
that.
so glad
Look at
that
that.
you and your family were unharmed.
I thought it was a party of adventurers that happened to pass by, but later you told me that you had spotted us and ran to find help. You were amazing. You managed to keep a level head even in the midst of danger. I know you have a vision, so those treasure hoarders wouldn't have been a match for you. But they might have harmed me and my family if their backs were pushed against the wall.
Wait, that's not exactly what happened. I still regret not helping out sooner. Anyway, when did I come here last? I don't seem to remember.
It's been some time, but not too long ago. I don't recall exactly when. What's wrong? Nothing's coming to mind?
Nope. I'm sorry. I still can't seem to remember, even after everything you've told me. Maybe I'm just under too much pressure.
You came over and ate with us, and you played games with my son. If only we had taken a picture. Oh, you forgot a package here from that visit. You'll definitely remember once you see it.
What?
Wait here, I'll go fetch it.
Hopefully she remembers.
Package? I left a package here? Wait! This is it!
Why, that's the thing that her mum gave her! Oh, no way!
This is the talisman that I lost.
No way.
The one that my mother made for me.
What the? Is it really the same one you lost?
Yes, this is definitely
Oh,
it.
she's so
She made
happy!
it herself. It's the only one of its kind. There's also a letter here. Was I planning to send it to someone? Let's see who the recipient is. To Layla?
I'm assuming you aren't in the habit of writing letters to yourself.
No, I swear I've never done anything like that. What is going on? Let's open it and see what this is all about. Hello, Layla. It must have been quite the endeavor to follow the Sealy's hints all the way here. Great work. Self-reflection is a wonderful quality to possess, but you'll only end up hurting yourself if you overdo it. Failure is a stranger to no one. The purpose of self-reflection is not to indulge in the pain of failure, but to succeed in your next attempt. If you're reading this letter, then you have succeeded in taking the first step. On the back of this letter is the core information that your thesis is lacking.
Oh.
It's actually been done for a while now. It only feels inconclusive because it's missing a concise summary to tie it all together. I hope that this journey has provided insight for your life ahead.
I like these views now.
From the bottom of
like
my
them.
heart, I wish you courage as you carry onward and hope that you fulfill the expectations you hold. Always watching over you. Sincerely, the Wisdom
Wisdom
Sealy. Oh.
You okay?
I thought we were going to fail.
Oh, it's happy
I
tears.
thought that everything
Oh, okay, it's
we
happy
did
tears.
and all the time we spent was for nothing. But the Sealy wasn't messing with me after all.
Could it be that the Wisdom Sealy is you?
I doubt it. I mean, unless I somehow came here while I was unconscious and don't remember it. Although, having said that, I have heard rumors claiming that I sleepwalk a lot. But even then, that doesn't necessarily mean that I'm actually the Wisdom Sealy. It could have just helped me while I was sleepwalking.
Either way, it's safe to say that it's related to the blessing from the stars.
I'll write back and ask to meet with the Sealy and see how it responds. Even though I still have a lot of questions, this experience was fruitful enough. If it wasn't for your encouragement, I probably would have quit halfway through and holed up in the academia somewhere. Perseverance really does pay off.
I'm not sure if I understand what has happened, but it's something good, right?
Yes.
Yes, it's something really, really good, and I'm very thankful for it.
Well then, since you're already here, why don't you stay and have something to eat? We just finished preparing some food. Come on, don't be a stranger. Your friend should join us as well. You can leave your troubles until after the meal.
Let's go!
You
Pie Bots,
must
where are you?
relax
Come
and
on!
gather your
Come on.
strength so you can take on the challenges ahead. Am I right?
He's right. Wait. You must relax and gather your strength so you can take... Yeah, he's right.
Alright, thank you all.
Wait, they're all gone!
I can
Let's
do
go!
this.
Wait, so... Oh, look at that! The price to pay and its returns. I wish you encouraged... Jesus Christ. I wish you courage as you carry onward, and hope that you fulfill the expectations you hold. Ether!
Great stuff here. Don't
What the hell? Oh, but that's cute! Oh, look at that. Oh, that just makes me happy. Alright, let's go. Let's claim that back. There's 6 different endings. Oh my lord. Let's do it from here. Oh. What would be the other option? I think that was the longest one, to be honest. I was about the longest.
This is the place that immediately came to mind when the hint mentioned a crossroad. I came here to conduct some astrological observation once. Everything went smoothly on the way, and I thought I was starting to get used to life at the academia. But just as I was about to set up the observation equipment, I heard a strange sound coming from nearby. I made my way here and discovered a bunch of bandits robbing someone. They were a group of treasure hoarders, and the family that was being mugged looked completely helpless. They definitely wouldn't have been able to escape, and simply handing over their Mora might not have been enough to make the bandits go away.
So you wanted to help, but couldn't.
Not exactly. I already had a vision by that time. Someone with a vision should technically be really powerful, right? Handling a group of treasure hoarders should be well within my abilities. However, I didn't know how to channel the power of the elements to fight at that time, and I was super scared. I wielded immense power, but I didn't feel any stronger than just an ordinary person.
Then what happened?
Then I ran away. I scrambled towards Sumeru City looking for help. Eventually, I managed to return with a few adventures I ran into along the way. It took longer than I had hoped, and by the time we made it back here, the treasure hoarders and the family were gone. I don't know if the family only lost their belongings in the end, or if something worse happened to them. I faced a lot of problems after coming to Sumeru City, but this incident is one that I regret the most. I sat on the ground and began to cry. I could have stepped in to help that family. Would it have ended differently if I were just a little braver?
You can't solve every problem with just courage alone. Being rational is just as important.
Aw, thank you for trying to comfort me, but I can't stop myself from thinking that way. It's just as the silly said. Turning back shouldn't be an option. However, I can't help but think about running away whenever I'm faced with a challenge.
Let's take a break from searching and rest for a bit. Oh, okay, so this is the next one.
But what about my thesis? We still haven't found the Sealy's answer yet.
Your health is more important than your thesis, yes.
Sorry for causing you so much trouble.
Let's find some place to rest.
Alright, I actually don't have much stamina. I've been stressed this whole time and I feel exhausted. I'm really sorry.
It's all good. Oh. Alright, let's go all the way down here. Why didn't we just rest there? Alright, there was something you could lean on. Alright.
Let's stop here. I don't think I can walk any further.
I'll prepare some food and juice.
Alright, I'm gonna give my legs a rest. I'll be waiting for you here. I feel bad for making you go through so much trouble for me. Oh, if only I were more capable.
No, you shouldn't say that.
I'm sorry.
Oh, it's all good.
I always find myself having to apologize. But enough of that. I need to pull myself together. The memories I've been reminded of are all really taxing. I cannot just give up this time, even if my head's not in a good place. Letting these heavy feelings get the best of me will only slow us down. Watch out! Behind you!
What's wrong?
Monsters! A lot of them too. Why didn't we see them coming?
Just leave it to me. There's an R&R up there. It won't take a moment.
No, I'll fight too.
You need a rest.
But I want to help. I can't just sit back and watch you while you fight. Don't worry, I can handle myself.
Nah.
I mustn't keep repeating my past regrets. That's the most valuable lesson I've learned today. I should take action when I'm needed and give it my all when the moment calls. If you miss those opportunities in life, you may never get another chance to make up for them. Huh. I suppose that's fate.
I see.
All right, let's take them all down.
Oh my god. Oh, we get to use the later. Oh, but I don't have Raiden. Oh. I will see if I can use... Let's go!
Mine's a command.
Shine down.
Oh my gosh, it's a lot more.
There is no escape.
Time for your arraignment. Boom!
Would have rather a Yako, but... You know, it's good. Oh my lord.
Shine down.
Stars, shine for me. My guiding stars, incinerate!
Let's go!
I really need to keep up with my training. It's embarrassing to be out of breath so quickly like this.
Are you right? You look pale.
Well, the only appropriate response would be to say that I'm fine, right? I'm pale due to lack of sleep, not because of the fight. But then again, I know you'd be able to see right through those words. I'm feeling weak. There's no hiding it. I'm just happy I didn't get in your way during the fight.
You did great.
Oh, thanks for the compliment. I sure don't get to hear that often.
Aw.
Although I may not be physically strong, my will is as resilient as they come. I'll be fine after I rest for a bit.
Yeah, go get some
you
rest.
Stay with me while I recover my energy. It shouldn't take long.
Aww. Oh no, she's collapsing. Alright. Once bitten, twice shy. Despite her incredibly weak disposition, she still chose to make a stand. Perhaps she wanted to prove a point, or perhaps she didn't want to leave regrets. Aww. That's so cute! Oh. No. Alright, let's go. Alright. Which one? Was there any more down here? Yes, there was. Alright. We'll do it from this one. It places her letter in the designated book.
Finally. I wrote out my question and put it in the book.
What do we do now?
Wait, I guess. Let's give it some time. I'll come back tomorrow to check on it. Don't worry about me if you have other things to do.
I'll come with you. I'm a little
I
worried.
see. Thanks. I appreciate it. Alright then, let's meet up here tomorrow. I really hope the silly replies.
The next day, you and Layla return to the same bookshelf.
Time to look at the letter. Please let there be a stamp. Please.
I keep forgetting she says it
There's a red
twice.
stamp on it. The silly responded. Fantastic.
You look better already.
This is wonderful. My troubles are at an end. I can't even begin to express how grateful I am. Let's take a look at what it wrote. Thank you for your letter. Though I have extended a response, I cannot answer your query due to your questionable motives. Questionable motives? Me? Wait, huh? Okay, let's see. Completing a thesis requires independent thought and work. You planned on using my knowledge to complete your paper's most critical portions. That's not right. However, considering that your deadline is fast approaching, and that there is substance to the content in the completed sections of your thesis, I've decided to help you nonetheless.
I like how happy she
Follow
sounds
the
there.
hints I've left,
So nice.
and you will find the answer to your question. Consider the effort you put into thinking and searching as your payment for my knowledge. What the... It's absolutely right about everything. Oh, I'm starting to feel guilty now. I can't deny any of it, but I'm running out of time. Oh, what should I do?
It might be messing with you.
Good point. Why else would it use such a roundabout way to tell me its answer? Supposedly, everyone who's been pranked by the silly had angered it in some way. That means the silly is someone who's very strict and serious about knowledge. But who knows if it's really a silly or some person.
The main issue is that you have a deadline to meet. There's no guarantee that you'll actually get an answer, even after doing what it says.
True. And if I don't get an answer, then I'll only have wasted more time. But there's nothing else we can do. It's the one holding all the cards. It's completely hidden and can choose whether to help us or not. After all, it'd probably be impossible to find it and ask my question in person.
Now that sounds like an idea.
Huh? I was just kidding. Oh, please don't take me seriously. It's a silly we're talking about. According to legend, sillies are elusive and can create countless copies of themselves. Who's to say that it won't summon a shooting star to crush us once we find it?
Think about what you just said for a moment.
Sorry.
I
I'm
don't know if
just a
that's
little
mean.
panicky.
That sounded really mean,
Okay,
either.
Layla. Calm down and think. If the silly is a person, then there has to be a way to track them down. We have two possible leads right now. The first is the checkout logs of those two books, and the other is the red stamp. The red stamp bears the Retawahist emblem, which is used by a lot of people. It'll be hard to track down an individual, so we should probably start with the checkout logs.
Can't disagree with that logic.
Let's go and make an inquiry. We can also ask around the House of Dana and see if anyone else knows something about the Wisdom Sealy.
Alright. You!
Hi there. Have you heard of the legend of the Wisdom Sealy?
Do I really look like the kind of student that would be interested in such a pointless legend?
Chill, my dude.
I'm sorry. We were just curious.
Well, I do happen to have some information on it.
Then why didn't you just say so?
Huh? Logically, that has nothing to do with the question I asked. I just don't want others to see me as some poor excuse for a student whiling away my time in the House of Dana.
I don't really think bad students would come to the House of Dana to pass the time. But anyways, you were saying?
Well, I spend most of my time here, and I have noticed something odd before. One time, late at night, a black shadow fell from above and landed in the central area of the House of Dana.
What?
Of course, I was a little
Batman?
sleepy at the time, but it startled me,
Luke?
and I got up to see what was going on.
And then what happened?
Then, the shadow quickly circled behind me with incredible speed. Just as I tried to turn around to get a look at it, I fainted.
This shadow sounds pretty powerful.
Yes, it was unbelievably fast. I had never seen anything like it. It was so unusual that I wasn't sure if it was real or if I was half dreaming. But given how popular the legend of the Sealy has become lately, maybe this has something to do with it.
Don't take this the wrong way, but doesn't the House of Dana have a door?
It was closed that night. I suppose even the House of Dana needs to be closed for maintenance from time to time.
I see. That makes sense. But what were you doing here if the House of Dana was closed?
Don't look so surprised. It's a common practice to find a place to hide before they lock the doors, so you can continue reading books here. Everyone knows that.
Good thing I'm not studying alongside you. I could tell that you'd really stress me out.
Anyway,
Oh my god.
thank you for the
Oh, no.
info. I'll be sure to take note of everything you mentioned.
You're welcome.
Oh, that's a desk, Ether. That's a desk. Alright, let's go. You.
Hi there. Do you know anything about the Wisdom Sealy?
Yes, of course. I've been looking into it for quite a while now. However, I feel like I'm still missing some key pieces of information. Hey, maybe if we put our heads together, we can figure something out.
Sure. I'll try my best.
There are a few known traits of the Wisdom Sealy. First, it's extremely strong. It can easily carry a few dozen books, along with 4 or 5 pieces of astrology equipment all
Oh my
at
God.
once. It's extremely athletic as well. It only moves in a straight line and doesn't stop for anything, not even walls or rivers. Lastly, it has a number of special abilities. It has a hardened metal body that's impervious to injury. It can freeze water into ice, and it can also summon meteors.
What?
That doesn't even sound human.
It doesn't. It sounds like I hear it out of a fairy tale.
Well, it is a legend after all.
True.
It's no surprise that some details seem a little exaggerated. But these aren't just made up, you know. Each of its abilities has been confirmed by eyewitnesses. There have been many sightings, too, including at Chatrakam Cave, the Avidia Forest, and around the waterfall south of Sumeru City.
Has anyone seen what it actually looks like? Or what kind of person it is?
Not that I know of. No one's been able to get close to it. It seems like it tries to stay out of sight. I would probably want to remain a mystery, too, if I were someone as legendary as the Wisdom Sealy. So what do you make of it? Have you seen it somewhere as well?
No. We're probably gonna need some time to digest all the, incredible information you've provided us.
Not a problem. But if you manage to find anything, be sure to come and tell me about it. I trust that you'll quickly discover the excitement of slowly unraveling the truth.
We're not going to come back, are we, Layla? Oh, no. Alright, this person over here, hello. Catayon. Pretty sure that's how you say Catayon.
Oh, hello there. Can I help you?
Hello. I'm a Ratawahis student and would like to see the checkout logs for theoretical astrology and a quick reference guide to astrology cases.
Oh, are you also here to investigate the Ratawahist Wisdom Sealy legend?
Also? I suppose it makes sense that we're not the only ones investigating such a popular legend.
Yes, I myself am also quite curious about it, but unfortunately I haven't found anything out of the ordinary. Given you're a Ratawahist student, I'm sure you know that a lot of research references these two books. All our copies of these particular titles are frequently checked out. I have looked into it, but found no irregularities in the checkout logs.
Is there any chance the Sealy could have taken the books out and returned them without being noticed?
Maybe.
Not likely. That would be almost impossible. The House of Dana is extremely strict about the circulation of its books. There will always be a record if a book is checked out. And even if it managed to figure out a way to take the books without leaving any record, it's possible that someone would come looking to borrow the books before the Sealy returned them. If someone discovers that a book is missing or that it doesn't match my inventory records, it would come to my attention immediately. However, it might be possible to pull off in the case of a less popular book.
Okay, I understand now.
Interesting.
Thank you. This is useful to know. With any luck, it'll help us work out the Sealy's identity.
It'd be funny if, like,
Okay.
in the last frame, we just see
everyone's
Daluk
given us
running,
a
like,
lot of
woohoo!
useful information.
That'd be funny.
Let's go through it and try to organize everything.
But it wouldn't be Daluk, because it said it could freeze water, so.
Some things we heard were pretty straightforward, but others were just, ridiculous.
We should be able to figure out more about its identity and whereabouts.
Yeah. Let me think and see what I can make of it. Okay, calm down, Layla. I know the info's all over the place, but you can definitely do it. First, let's try to figure out the Sealy's identity based on the clues we currently have. Then, we'll analyze where it's been sighted and its motives. Finally, we'll piece everything together. From there, we should be able to predict its movement. Alright, let's give it a try.
Oh, select text entry. Books and checkouts.
I may be able to come up with a more concrete lead if I keep thinking.
Oh, yeah, probably this one.
I may be
Oh.
able to come up with a more concrete lead.
Come on. Site and location. Oh.
I may be able to come up with a more concrete lead. I may be able to come up with a...
Oh, wait.
I
was
think
clicking
I
the wrong
heard
ones.
somewhere that it has a lot of ridiculous abilities. It once infiltrated
So it
the
was
House
the
of
first one I
Dana
clicked.
while it was
Oh my-
closed.
God damn
Book
it.
circulation is strictly regulated, and there is a log of anyone who checks out a book.
Yeah.
The stamp. Which probably means they're a Ratawahis student.
Oh.
I may be able to come up with a more concrete... it
Wait.
once...
Oh, go alongside. So if it's its identity, power.
No, there doesn't seem to be...
Has either one of these two? Okay.
Okay, I think I've got it now.
So what have you come up with?
First, based on the information Katayun provided, we can assume that the Seelie is a student from the Ratawahi's Darshan. The possibility of it being someone outside the Darshan can be ruled out because it'd be impossible to gain access to those two books without going through the librarian. Next, leaving its crazy abilities aside, all the sightings took place in locations that are officially recommended for astrology observation by the academia. In other words, it's probably just conducting research, and the nature of its research is very similar to mine. The question that I submitted was no simple query, but it was able to give me a reply in just a day. This implies that it's familiar with a similar field of knowledge.
It's Layla, isn't it? Wait, it's Layla. Wait, would it be Layla? Holy crap, no way.
So based on this reasoning, all we have to do is wait for it at the next astrological observation site.
Your reasoning is solid. Look at you finish all this shit. You should be finishing your your reasoning is solid.
It's nothing, really. There are actually some other factors that I've been speculating about. But that's not important right now. Let's get going. Even though we have a lead, it's still hard to say whether we'll be able to make any discoveries. I'll tell you what I mean by that if the Seelie doesn't show up.
Alright, so here. It's getting very interesting. I feel like it has to be Layla though at this point. Like at this point, it has to be Layla. The truth behind it. Ooh. Wait, they gotta open this like months ago.
The weather today is perfect for observation. Let's see if it shows up. Honestly, spending an entire night waiting for something that we're not sure is gonna happen might not be the best use of our time.
The hell?
But we don't really have any choice. This is all we've got. Get some sleep if you're
What
tired.
is that?
I'll be up. It's not like I could sleep anyways.
I'll stay up with you.
Thanks. Oh, how about I share some basics about astrology with you?
Sure.
If you're interested, that is.
Sure. Oh my god, it's bright.
Sure enough, it didn't show up. We hardly saw any animals, let alone people. No matter how conclusive the evidence is or how perfect our reasoning may be, nothing will happen as long as I'm awake.
Are you referring to the Wisdom Seelie or the Blessing of the Stars?
They're probably one and the same. It's like I told you, I have a severe sleeping disorder, and there have been a lot of rumors about me sleepwalking. I tried to understand what I had been doing when I'm unconscious, but I've never been able to get any definitive evidence. Something is actively attempting to cover up all the clues without my knowing. Maybe that something is me. Or maybe it isn't. I can't be sure. For all I know, I could even be the Seelie. But what if I am? Would the Sealy be willing to help me this time? What is it actually thinking? I really have no idea.
What if I could help you?
Huh? You want to help me? Of course it would be nice to know what's really going on. But that's impossible. It's always avoiding me and keeping me in the dark. And that won't change even if you're around.
Oh, seeing how badly she wants to know, maybe we should find a way to ask the other Layla about. Ooh.
Huh? What's wrong?
Oh, nothing. Maybe there really isn't anything we can do. Seems like we've come out empty-handed again this time.
And to think I could have been working on my thesis this whole time. My stomach is churning just thinking about it.
There's nothing else I can do. Sorry.
Please stop. The more you talk about it, the more silly I feel. Oh, come on, Layla.
Oh, gosh.
What are you doing? Everyone's gonna start thinking you're crazy now. Oh no. I'm losing it.
Oh.
So dizzy.
Oh, Ethan, you're doing this on purpose, are you? I'm sorry to have to make you feel so uncomfortable. Went to Max.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got distracted there. Where were we?
What the hell? She sounds like not tired. What? That is weird. No, that's weird. Oh my god. It seems like she's completely recovered. Does that mean...
Oh, what's wrong? You look like you've got something on your mind.
Are you the other Layla?
What are you talking about? What do you mean the other Layla? I am Layla.
But you somehow seem a little different. Then why don't you repeat the conversation we just had?
Fine. It appears that you were waiting for me to show up. I suppose there's no use in me pretending. I promise I don't mean any harm and I'll answer all your questions. But before that, would you mind telling me who you are first?
I'm a friend of Layla's. I'm trying to help her finish her thesis.
Let me think. Okay, I got it. You two found this place by following the hints that I left behind. You were planning to wait for me. Or I should say you were waiting for the Sealy to show up. Was this your idea or hers?
Mostly hers.
I see. Yes, she's always had great analytical skills. It'd be nice if she was more confident, though. All right, that's all the questions I have. Your turn. Please ask away.
Did you infiltrate the House of Dana? And what about those rumors of special powers?
Infiltrating the House of Dana was a total accident. She'd forgotten an important book, and the House of Dana happened to be closed at the time. There were only days before the paper was due. I had no choice but to scale the walls with some simple climbing ropes and sneak in from above while the Core 30 wasn't paying attention. I had no idea there was still a student inside. I had no choice but to put him to sleep. Any clear evidence of my existence would only hinder my ability to conceal my identity. It would also expose me to Layla as well. As for the special powers, well, they're just things I did during the process of trying to finish the thesis. It's like I said, I don't have much time, so I need to be as efficient as possible.
Oh, so we get to do that. You're the Sealy, aren't you?
That's right. Though I didn't intend for it to turn out this way, really. I just wanted to help out a few other classmates who were having a hard time while I was helping Layla finish her thesis. You see, Layla doesn't have many friends at the academia. If the others noticed her helping them out, I thought maybe I'd help her become more sociable. Unfortunately, that didn't really work out. Instead, legends of the Seelie started going around. But that's alright.
What's with the silly pranking people there?
I can instantly tell which students are asking serious questions and which are just trying to take advantage of me to slack off. My time to move freely is quite limited, so it's only natural that I would punish the people attempting to waste my time. My intention is to help people. I'm not here to cause any harm. Well then, does that answer all your questions?
Actually, I have one last question. Why don't you want her to know you exist?
You see, her emotions are incredibly unstable. She's constantly doubting herself. If she knew that there's another Layla who is capable of doing everything, she may think even less of herself. She could think, maybe I should just leave it all to her. I'm always relying on her anyway. Why not let her live my life for me? She might start thinking about giving up completely, and that's the exact opposite of what I'm trying to do for her. After all, she and I are one and the same. We're two sides of the same coin. No one knows her greatest strength more than I do. It's her resilience. If she's able to persevere in everything she does, then one day she won't need my help anymore. I trust that she's capable of doing that, and it's something that she should do on her own.
I see.
She actually discovered the key data she needs for her thesis a long time ago. She just didn't organize it well enough. I'll complete her thesis for her just as I have in the past. Oh, please don't share any of this with her. I would like to keep this a secret for both of our sakes.
Oh, that does not sound good. I understand.
Thank you for doing this for me. No, for us. She seems to be waking up now. Well, this is goodbye. If we never meet again, then I guess I did something right.
Whoa, that was weird. That was weird.
Did I faint? Or did I fall asleep?
You're fine. You just had a little nap.
Oh, I see. Was I sleepwalking? I wasn't I?
I don't think so.
Really? I don't believe you. You're hiding something from me. It's written all over your face.
I'm not really.
You said you were gonna help me, didn't you? Why are you holding out on me now?
No.
Just tell me.
No.
You promised you'd help.
Oh, she wants to know so bad. Oh no. Oh. See, I always have I always have wallpapers of on Google for the last hangout I did, and this is going to be the wallpaper I use. That which remains unspoken. To keep a promise made to her means the breaking of a promise made to her. This is a tricky situation indeed. Oh no. Ethan, what have you gotten yourself into? Oh no. Is that all of them? On this side? It is. Alright, let's go to the academia. The academia. Hello, Layla. Hello.
Oh, we meet again. Sorry, but I don't really have time to chat right now.
Are you going to visit Twirly Whirly?
Oh, come to think of it, I haven't seen Twirly Whirly in a long time. But no, now's not the time for that. I was originally looking up some information at the House of Dana, but the more I read, the more I realized that my thesis is horribly lacking.
Uh-oh. Oh, no.
I should have been done with the first draft of my thesis by now, but I've barely written a third.
Okay, so what are you planning to do now?
Well,
Oh my god, my throat just went weird there.
I guess I have to keep looking up as much info as possible. I shouldn't give up now. But who am I kidding? Maybe I'm not cut out to be a researcher. Maybe
Oh,
I
I did say
shouldn't
that.
have come to the academia in the first place. All I've done is cause trouble for my advisor and classmates.
Don't say that.
I should probably notify my advisor sooner than later, so he can focus his attention on the other students. No, I don't even have the guts to bring it up, and I haven't completely given up yet.
Cheer up. Things probably aren't as bad as you think they are.
To be honest, I haven't slept a wink for days. Just thinking about the awful state of my thesis keeps me up at night. Lack of sleep hinders my ability to focus, and if I can't focus, I can't do any proper research or thinking. I've seen the caliber of the other academia students. They're all geniuses and fast learners. I'm nowhere near as gifted as they are. Oh, if it wasn't for someone who's been helping me out, my advisor probably would have kicked me out of the Darshan by now.
Are they a sage?
If that was the case, I would have already left on my own. Just the idea of being watched by a sage is terrifying. This might sound strange, but I actually don't know who's been helping me. I don't even know if they're a person or not.
They are a person.
Due to my
They are
lack
person.
of sleep, I sometimes get dizzy and faint when I'm stressed out.
It's that bad, huh?
Yeah, but oddly enough, when I wake up, all the things I was stressing over are taken care of. My homework's somehow finished before the deadline, and my papers are perfectly written. But that's not all. My flowers are watered, laundry's done, even my broken camera was fixed. I really don't know what's going on, but for now, I'm calling the phenomenon a blessing from the stars. Maybe the stars above decided to help out after seeing all the effort I put into my research. If that's even possible.
I want powers like that.
But there's no point in me studying at the academia if I keep relying on this mysterious phenomenon. It comes down to my own efforts, improving one step at a time. How else can I honor my parents and live up to the expectations of everyone who knows me?
That makes sense. The effort you put in is equally important.
Oh no, I've already spent too much time chatting. I still haven't made much headway on my thesis. At this rate, I'll need the Wisdom Seeley's help.
You just said you wanted to rely on your own efforts.
Yes, but time's of the essence, so I have to take what I can get. Oh, sorry. I'm just making excuses. But the Wisdom Seelie is truly amazing and freely shares its endless knowledge. If you want its help, All you have to do is write down your question, and you'll get a response a short while later.
Can Sealies even do something like that?
No one knows who or what it actually is. It's just known as the Wisdom Sealy. But getting an answer all comes down to the Sealy's mood. Sometimes it'll only give you a vague answer or play tricks on you. I'm pretty sure a researcher wouldn't do something like that. All I can do right now is hope that it helps me.
Well, what about the blessing from the stars?
Who knows if it'll happen this time? I can't put all my eggs in one basket. Trying my luck with another phenomenon is better than doing nothing.
It's too risky to rely on some fishy legend to complete your thesis.
You're right. I need to keep a level head. I don't have time to waste. But what do we do from here? I can't just go back and start packing to leave.
You should rest first.
Rest? But my deadline's just around the corner. I don't think I can afford to rest right now.
You won't be able to write anything in your current state. You'll waste even more time if you try to push yourself like this.
You do have a point.
Smart.
Sorry. I tend to panic easily.
Whoops.
As you can see.
It's all good.
Then how should I rest? I definitely won't be able to sleep. As soon as I close my eyes, all kinds of thoughts start floating into my head.
Let's head out to the cafe.
Oh,
No idea how to say that.
That's a good
I've no idea.
idea. A cup of coffee might help clear my head. Let's go.
Let's go! Alright, where even is this cafe? Oh, this cafe! Oh, the cafe! Was this a cafe we went with our Hatham? And it was like there? I don't know. Pretty sure. Pretty sure it is.
Let's sit down here and have some coffee and sweets. It'll help me put my thoughts together. No. We're here to rest. My problems will have to wait for now.
Oh, hey, Layla.
Huh?
Sorry, but who are you?
I'm one of Layla's classmates. I just came by to say hi. We just submitted our theses and we're totally beat. Everyone will be meeting here to celebrate. Seeing how relaxed you look, you must have already had your thesis finished ages ago.
Oh, no, I'm actually having a lot of trouble with it.
Oh,
You
no.
say that every time we talk, but you've never missed a deadline. Not only that, your papers are always well written and thorough. Your advisor is constantly praising your work. Yet you're always going around saying stuff like, I can't make it, I don't understand, I'm super worried. That kind of talk doesn't reflect your work at all, you know.
Well,
What are you getting at?
For starters, she doesn't even try to participate with the group at all. It's one thing that she's not willing to help us, but she doesn't even bother showing up for our discussion meetings. Every time we come to see her, she looks out of sorts and on the verge of a breakdown. It's
But
not
she's
like we
tired.
can't finish our own theses without her, but no one wants to always see her this way.
I know.
Aww.
Sorry.
Damn, this one. Everyone is entitled to their own choices. You should learn to respect that. Just because Layla breaks the mold doesn't mean it's a problem.
Whatever, there's no point in starting an argument here. If you think she can justify her behavior,
It's been the same
then
five
that's your opinion.
women in our Hatem's quest.
Thanks for standing up for me. I really
Okay.
want to help the others, but most of the time I'm barely scraping by myself. There's very little I can help with.
Is it because you don't want others to know about the blessing from the stars?
Yeah, I can't ever tell my classmates about that. I'd be a mess if they ever reported it to my advisor. It's really just a big misunderstanding, and there's nothing I can do about it. Everyone just gives me weird looks and judges me.
Aww.
It's making it really difficult to find friends. It's actually pretty rare for someone to actively engage in a conversation with me, like you do.
Aww. I think I understand your situation now.
Huh? What do you mean?
You think the blessing of the stars is some external power that is out of your control. Only by improving yourself and no longer relying on the external force can you break out of this vicious cycle.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Seems you know just as well as I do. The thing is, I'm terrible under pressure. That's just my nature. Even the thought of everyone's expectations back home is enough to make me feel nervous. And the more nervous I get, the worse things become around me. Take what Munira just said, for example. I don't think I'll be able to get it out of my mind for the entire day. That means I won't be able to relax at all.
Oh, freaking hell. Oh. What did the other person have to come in for? Damn it. Why don't we try facing the problem head on? Sounds like we need to find a way for you to completely relax.
Completely relaxed?
Just...
But we're at a cafe. Is this not relaxing enough?
Academics are only one part of life.
I know, but...
She should have read the other one at
Alright,
the same time as well.
No more buts. My life is a mess because of the decisions I've made for myself. I should listen to your advice this time. How do I completely relax?
Since you're from the countryside, why don't we leave Samara and go sightseeing?
Sightseeing?
Oh!
That does sound pretty nice. I haven't set foot outside the academia in quite a while. I used to enjoy visiting the rainforest, but it's been a while since I've been there. Maybe a lot has changed. Okay, why don't we go there and take a look?
Did you have a coffee and some sweets? Oh, wait, no. Wait, no. The other person getting barged in. This is just great. I haven't been down here, so... I don't go all the way up. I never do. And now it's costing me. Oh, that's so low down. I didn't realize it was that low down. I can't believe Kave built this though. It's crazy to think that. No. No! Jesus. Go to the forest. This is... Bro, this even ain't a forest, bro. This ain't even a forest. It's grasslands. Alright, here we are. Yeah, I've never been here once in my life.
Even the air here feels more relaxing. I just want to forget about the thesis altogether. I'm just kidding. Knowing me, I'd only be able to forget about it for a little while.
But a little while will go a long way.
This doesn't count as trying to avoid my problems, does it?
Your state of mind is just as important as efficiency if you want to solve the problems that you're facing.
That's quite the legitimate excuse. No, it's more of an explanation. Even I'm starting to get bolder with my words. I grew up in a place like this. Looking into the distance now with the breeze in my face makes me feel like a kid again. Oh, those were the happiest days.
What did you usually do as a kid?
I had a bunch of friends back then, and we would go pick wild berries in the woods. No matter what ingredients we found, we would cook them over a fire, and whoever lost one of our games would have to eat all of it.
That sounds a little intense.
No, it wasn't that bad. It really depended on how lucky you were. Grilled apples and sunsettias are actually quite delicious.
Why don't we go find something to grill as well?
Sure. I haven't done that in ages. Let's go.
Aww.
Apples and zaytun peaches were the most popular fruits back then. Oh, and of course grilled fish is delicious too. A fish skin releases oils while cooking, which drip into the fire and cause it to burn even brighter. Interesting.
Wait, the teleport is up there, I'm pretty sure. Up there. I'm not going to do that today, though. Whoa, look at the sun come over.
But we would always get yelled at by the grown-ups if they caught us sneaking into the river to catch fish. What's the big deal? We just want to swim. That's what we used to say. But now that I think about it, it really was quite dangerous. Thank goodness nothing bad ever happened.
There we go. Yeah, thank God nothing bad happened at all. Oh! To give it to Layla.
I think we found enough now, don't you?
Alright. Alright. Alright.
Alright, these should be enough. There's nothing like the smell of fresh ingredients. They already smell delicious. I'll be here cleaning the ingredients. Can you please fetch some firewood for us?
Over here. Yeah, there's enemies here.
There is no escape!
What? Back! Back! Alright. Yeah, we didn't even have to fight them. I just said, oh no. Alright. There we go. You make a fire with Layla and enjoy the delicious food.
Fresh food is the best. I feel like I've traveled back in time. We all used to run around in the woods when we were kids. Trees and mud was the world we knew best. It doesn't matter how long I'm away from the forest, I won't ever forget the feeling of running through the trees. Oh, how about you? Can you relate to that feeling? It's almost like not knowing the world will change or ever expecting it to change.
I'm afraid not. I'm an adventurer after all. Although adventurers will rarely ever stay in one place, I hope I can experience that feeling one day.
Whatever the case, it's a very warm feeling. In the end, I passed the admissions exam, and the life I had led came to an abrupt end. Later, as I sat in a lecture at the academia, my mind started to wander and I began to think about home. It was then that I realized how long it had been since I went back. I can't go back anymore, and other similar thoughts started to come to mind. I guess I'm still not used to being in the academia yet.
There is a purpose for every stage in life.
You're right. So we should let go of the past. I suppose this is also part of growing up. But reminiscing about the carefree life of being a kid sure works wonders for the mind. You start missing those moments once you leave them behind, and that's part of moving forward. From now on, I'd like to cherish every single day of my life, even when it's not the smoothest of rides.
Everything will get better. I know you can do it.
I'll take the compliment. A little bit of sugar and a good view really go a long way for relaxation. I thought it'd be impossible for me to enjoy something like this. I thought I'd never be able to get my mind off my thesis. But now, I feel like I'm fully enjoying myself. It's really great. So, what are we doing next?
It's nice to just stroll around and see what happens.
You're right. I've been doing research for so long that I'm used to having a certain routine. A carefree stroll. I like the sound of that.
Holy Jesus. Nothing to see here. Oh, jeez. Go, go, go. Did not know this water was deep.
Wow. I never knew there was such a large lake here. It's so beautiful. The feeling of cool lake water can wash away all your troubles. Can you wait for a minute? I'd like to wash my face. I think it'd be refreshing.
Why don't we just go for a swim?
A swim?
A swim?
I can't remember the last time I went swimming. I might not even know how to anymore.
That's impossible. It's one of those things you never forget.
Okay.
Oh no.
I'll try to swim over there.
Let's see who can get there first.
Wait, no. I'll definitely lose.
Oh
No, forget about winning or losing, Layla. It'll be
Aww.
fun either way. Wait, we're starting already?
no. Oh. Go. Where's like swimming by myself? Oh no. Oh. Wait. Oh no. No! I don't have enough stamina for it! Oh no. I don't have enough stamina! Wait, no! If you just restart it, like.
The feeling. Can you wait for,
Alright.
I can't remember the last. Okay, wait.
Alright.
Wait, we're starting already?
Yeah. Can I make it? Oh, have Layla as a trial character. Ah, okay. No. Why did I stop? Alright, made it. Made it.
As expected, I lost. How would I be able to beat an adventure at something like this?
I think you're a great swimmer. You weren't too far behind.
Really? Among my childhood friends, I was considered one of the more athletic ones. But that's just like how I used to think that I had a gift for learning. After coming to Sumeru City, I realized that I only thought that because my hometown is such a small place. On top of that, I'm getting weaker and weaker because I'm barely able to sleep nowadays. There's no way I can bring myself to brag about anything now.
You really are too modest.
Please, you're always encouraging me. I'm starting to feel embarrassed. But swimming again really feels great. Every muscle in my body was engaged. I probably wouldn't have to worry about my thesis if I turned into a fish, don't you think? I'm just kidding, of course. I'm sure fish have worries of their own. I'm quite content with how things are right now. Let's keep going, shall we?
Go on top of the mountain.
There's a mushroom here. You want to jump on it to see what's up there?
Let's go!
I haven't done this in a while. I kinda want to give it a try.
Oh, it's spooky over here. Wait, up there? Oh, what? Oh, that's a long way up. Alright, let's go. Oh, it's one of those weird things again. I don't know what they are. Look at it! It's just looking at me. Oh. I was completely useless. This one's not going to be though. Oh, let's go. This music.
We've walked pretty far now.
Look
but
at that.
I barely felt the time passing by. I've been staring at books in my thesis every day. I've forgotten how nice and happy life actually can be.
That's why I said that your life shouldn't completely revolve around your studies.
You're right. No matter how much of a hard time I'm having in academics, I should still find the time to look after myself and fulfill my needs. You really understand more about life than I do.
Would you like to take the opportunity to release all your stress?
Release my stress? Oh, I see what you mean. Being at the top of a mountain really does make someone want to yell out loud. But it's a little uncivilized, isn't it?
It's okay, we're already here, so we should make the most of it.
Alright, I'll give it a try.
Oh.
Just promise not to laugh, okay?
No. Okay. Wait, is it actually gonna do it? Oh, I thought it was just gonna cut to the screen. Oh, I thought she was gonna.
What an amazing day!
Oh no, okay, she is. I was confused. Oh.
It feels like my entire body is bubbling with excitement after yelling like that. This happiness was so common as a child, but before I knew it, this feeling was buried in the bottom of my heart. It's getting late. Why don't we rest here for a while? I'll tell you some interesting astrology stuff when the stars come out.
Sure.
Oh, but it's alright if you don't want to listen to that kind of stuff. We can also tell jokes about life, or talk about anything you're interested in.
We can chat about whatever you like.
Okay. Then I'll tell you more about me. The only reason I ever chose to study astrology is because of how beautiful the stars are at night. That's all. My teacher told me that nature possesses a certain power that grants people an equal amount of kindness and fairness, regardless of the different talents they may possess. And that's why I wanted to call the kind person who's always helping me as the blessing from the stars. The stars in the sky are something that brings happiness to people.
Yes, they truly are.
Everything about home is filled with purity and passion. My memories of that place are wonderful. I never want to forget them. If I were to ever discard anything so pure, I don't think I'd ever be able to find a place to anchor myself in the vast sea of knowledge. That's why, no matter how tiring or how hard it gets, I won't let my family down. They are already an important part of me.
That's another reason not to lose yourself in the face of pressure.
Yeah. Thank goodness you were there to help me out, or I don't know where I would have ended up. We probably still have a while until the stars come out. Only kids sit around like this, waiting for the stars to appear.
Aww. Aw, look at that! At a moment of respite, I wonder if she's exhausted or she's finally relaxed. Let's protect this precious moment for just a while longer. Oh, no! No, I need to save that. I want to save that. That's the thumbnail. That's the thumbnail right there. Apparently reads 4 of the 6. Oh, lord. Alright, Alright, let's go to a change of pace and continue playing. Oh, this is at the cafe! Interesting, I didn't know we were going to go back to the cafe. Alright. Enter the cafe.
Let's sit down here and have some coffee and sweets. It'll help me put my thoughts together. No, we're here to rest. My problems will have to wait for now.
Oh, hey, Layla.
Oh yeah, we have to meet her again. Great. Sorry, but who are you?
I'm one of Layla's classmates. I just came by to say hi. We just submitted our theses and we're totally beat. Everyone will be meeting here to celebrate. Seeing how relaxed you look, you must have already had your thesis finished ages ago.
Oh, no, I'm actually having a lot of trouble with it.
You say that every time we talk, but you've never missed a deadline. Not only that, your papers are always well written and thorough. Your advisor is constantly praising your work. Yet you're always going around saying stuff like, I can't make it, I don't understand, I'm super worried. That kind of talk doesn't reflect your work at all, you know.
Well,
Why are you so hostile towards her?
For starters, she doesn't even try to participate with the group at all. It's one thing that she's not willing to help us, but she doesn't even bother showing up for our discussion meetings.
See, this
Every
is where I
time we
started
come to
not
see
liking
her,
it
she looks
here.
out of sorts and on the verge of a breakdown.
Like
It's
her.
not like we can't finish our own theses without her, but no one wants to always see her this way.
I know.
Everyone is entitled to their own choices. You should learn to respect
Whatever. There's no point in starting an argument here. If you think she can justify her behavior, then that's your opinion.
Oh, okay, that bit's just...
Thanks
No,
for
okay.
standing up for me.
I don't think I heard that bit last
I
time.
really
Okay.
want to help the others, but most of the time I'm barely scraping by myself. There's very little I can help with.
Is it because you don't want others to know about the blessing from the stars?
Yeah, I can't ever tell my classmates about that. I'd be a mess if they ever reported it to my advisor. It's really just a big misunderstanding, and there's nothing I can do about it. Everyone just gives me weird looks and judges me.
Sad.
It's making it really difficult to find friends. It's actually pretty rare for someone to actively engage in a conversation with me, like you do.
I think I understand your situation now.
Huh? What do you mean?
You think that the blessing of the stars is some external power that is out of your control.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Seems you know just as well as I do. The thing is, I'm terrible under pressure. That's just my nature. Even the thought of everyone's expectations back home is enough to make me feel nervous. And the more nervous I get, the worse things become around me. Take what Munira just said, for example. I don't think I'll be able to get it out of my mind for the entire day. That means I won't be able to relax at all today.
Why don't we try facing the problem head on?
Face it head on? What should I do? Do you really think I can?
It's simple, just break down the unfinished parts of the thesis into different tasks and tackle them one by one.
Okay. I've got a pen and paper with me. Let me go through them real quick. The theory sections are pretty much finished. I'll be able to finish organizing the rest on my own. As of now, I'm missing crucial observation data. I need the results of an observation to validate the conclusion of my thesis. And then there's the preparation for my thesis defense. I'll need to mentally prepare.
Those don't sound too difficult, I can help you.
What? You want to help me with my thesis?
Ether. Probably gonna be
Thank
hard.
you.
It's
Thank you
probably gonna be
so
hard.
much. I don't even know how to show you my gratitude.
Don't worry about it. We've already come this far.
You're so kind. I had no idea I'd meet someone so nice in Sumeru City.
So good.
Okay, I'll do my
good.
best. It's the least I can do, considering everything you've already done for me. First on the list is the experiment to get observational data. I actually had it all planned out several days ago and even borrowed a celestial globe from a Mahamata. However, the weather was rainy every single day after I borrowed it, and I was unable to compare the night sky against the celestial globe. There were a lot of people waiting to borrow the celestial globe, and I wasn't able to extend my time slot.
Aww.
So I returned it and haven't been able to borrow it again since. That's why I still haven't performed the necessary observations yet. I don't know what to do.
So you're lacking some equipment.
That's right. The Celestial Globe is a high-precision device used specifically for researching the stars. Submitting an application to borrow one from the academia is pretty much the only way for me to get my hands on one.
Looks like we're gonna have to ask around at the Adventurers Guild.
Huh? Why the Adventurers Guild?
Because no one has a network like Catherine does. True.
Oh, I see.
True.
The Adventurers Guild is open to everyone's commission, so she might have some ideas. Okay, let's go and try our luck.
Alright, let's go. Alright, hopefully Catherine can help us out. Hopefully. Like today, I'm hoping I can do if it's our Act 2 of the new event as well.
Ad Astra Abyssos.
Abyssos.
Welcome to the Adventurers Guild. How can I help you today?
I'd like to, I have a commission. It's kinda strange. How should I put this?
We would like to borrow a high precision celestial globe.
Right. Equipment at the academia is in very high demand, and we aren't able to borrow one now. We were hoping someone else might have something similar that we could use.
I don't know anything about astrology, so I'm afraid I'm unfamiliar with the device you were looking for. However, one of our requesters happens to be an astrology enthusiast. I hear that he's a collector of all sorts of specialized astrology equipment. After the Adventurers Guild helped him out, he indicated that he'd be happy to return the favor if the adventurers ever need it. Perhaps we could arrange a meeting between you two. That should help solve your problem.
Really?
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. It's my job to provide adventurers with the necessary support. The man's name is Azam. Here's his address. You can go ahead and pay him a visit.
Okay. Where is it? Oh, it's literally like just up there. God, the stairs in Samaria are weird. Alright. Azam! Shazam!
Hello, are you Azam?
Yes, I am. How may I help you?
Explain to Azam the purpose of your visit.
I see. Well, if it's a request from an adventurer, then I'll be happy to help you. I just so happen to have the device that you're looking for.
Nice.
Let me fetch it and show you, just to be sure.
Yes, this is it.
Holy
Thank
gee.
you so much. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I just got a little excited. Please go ahead.
To be honest, judging by what stands before me, I find it very hard to believe that you're an astute Ratawahist student.
Well...
Astrology is a hobby of mine, and these devices have cost me both time and mora to collect. I cherish them as if they were members of my own family, which is why I don't let just anyone borrow them on a whim. These devices are delicate and can easily be damaged if used inappropriately.
Oh, that's completely understandable. What can I do to better gain your trust?
How about this? I don't need a deposit or anything, but I'd like you to share the contents of your research with me. I'll ask you some questions. If your explanation proves satisfactory, then I'll lend you the device.
Share the contents of my research and answer questions?
If you mess this up, you won't be able to gain his trust. Don't be nervous, just explain what you've learned. Yeah, this one.
Alright,
This one.
I'll try. But I can't disclose the actual details to you. How about a general overview of the research? Would that suffice?
Yes, that would be fine.
You're probably aware that astrologists rely on the movements of celestial bodies to calculate the past and the future, as well as attempt to summarize the correlating principles, correct?
Of course. This is the basic principle of astrology.
My current research is about a certain phenomenon called astral shift.
Interesting. That's not a topic any ordinary person would be familiar with. I have a basic understanding of the concept, but I'd like to hear you explain it.
Okay. Well, in short, it means that the results derived from astrology are prone to change. As time continues to flow, the stars change and everything else becomes affected by this change. However, what's actually driving the change is what's worth investigating.
I think that it might just be another law of nature.
If the changes follow a certain pattern or routine, then it could be explained as some law. But the changes are manifold, even when considering just a single star. The changes could be resulting from a simple single orbit shift, or it could be a more complex double orbit, or even a triple or quadruple orbit shift.
Whoa.
These phenomena have a dramatic effect on astrological conclusions.
Or Urban Soul is just changing the stars as it likes, because you all know the sky's fake. So, you know, Urban Soul is just weird.
What
it's just
I'm
Urban Soul being
working on
weird.
now is the research and prediction of the triple orbit shift phenomenon.
Triple orbit? By yourself?
Yes. That's right.
You do know that adding an extra star to the equation increases the computational workload by more than tenfold, right?
It does get a little complicated, but it's still manageable with the use of a few self-invented techniques and a large number of star logs and star charts. Which leads us to why I'm in need of a high-precision celestial globe.
Amazing. I suppose I should never have judged a book by its cover. I thought you were just trying to half-heartedly deal with some school assignment.
Do I really look like that sort of person?
Don't worry. I'm just joking. I was a little cautious at first, but now I trust you completely. It would make me extremely happy if my collection could assist a researcher in achieving tangible results. Just make sure you return it to me once you're done.
Oh, thank you so much. I really needed this. Good thing Azam was willing to hear me out.
I didn't really understand what you were talking about, but I thought you did great.
Really? I was just explaining what it is I'm trying to do.
You're starting to shit off, but jeez. You're starting to show signs of becoming a great researcher.
Really? I don't know if you really mean it, but
Oh, of course I
I'm
mean it.
happy
Well,
to hear that.
hey, of course I mean
I
it.
guess even the hardest problem, recording and comparing data, will be
Whoops.
much easier now that we have this device. I can do it all on my
Sorry.
own, too. Let's continue with the plan. Can you help me with the rehearsal of my thesis defense? We can do that at the House of Dina.
That's it.
You're quite welcome. It makes me happy to see my equipment being used to its potential.
Alright. Go to the house of Dina to practice. I wonder. Can we go through this way? I just want to see if you can go through this way to, go into it, you know? Oh, dear. No, you can't. Ah, it's such a long walk to get there. Like, so long. Alright, to practice. Wait, don't you have to do it? Oh, no, wait, no, it's just to practice, don't worry. Alright, so over there. Let's go!
This seems like the best spot to do this. We'll need to be quiet so we don't disturb anyone. So here's what will happen during my thesis defense. After I present my thesis, the advisors sitting below will begin to ask questions. Theoretically, I should be able to answer any questions related to my thesis. However, I tend to get really nervous when my advisors look at me, and I end up completely forgetting what I plan to say. That's why I want to rehearse and practice presenting my points in front of someone.
So I'm playing the role of an academic advisor, right?
That's right. You should have gotten the gist of the content of my thesis when I was explaining it earlier. So ask away. It's okay if your questions are a little off. I'll still treat them as real questions from an advisor and answer seriously.
Got it. You ready?
Wait a moment. Alright, Layla, you got this. You were able to explain everything earlier, so you can do it again. Alright, ask away.
Do you know about the Great Machine?
Huh? No, what is that? Is this something that I didn't prepare for at all? You've gotta be joking. About this question,
Oh, no.
I'm sorry. I'm not feeling
Oh no,
very
that was
well.
a bad question to ask.
Everything is spinning.
Are you okay? Oh! Oh no. We're to Max. Oh no, we've got this later again. Oh god, here we go.
I'm sorry. I haven't been sleeping very well lately. I tend to get dizzy from time to time, but don't worry, I'm fine now. What's wrong?
I wait for you to answer my question.
Oh, sorry. Can you please repeat the question? I didn't hear you clearly just now.
I don't think it's an issue of whether whether or not you heard me. You speak very differently from the Layla I know.
Alright. I guess the cat's out of the bag. Of all the times to wake up. You're Layla's friend, right? And from the looks of things, the two of you are preparing for her thesis defense?
Yep, and you must be the blessing from the stars.
With her long-term sleep deprivation, whenever her anxiety peaks, she loses consciousness and I take over. However, her unpredictable and varying sleep patterns are completely out of my control, so I have to make every second count. There's no one willing to help her here, so I have to step in. I am rather curious about you, though. Why are you trying to help her?
Well, she finally decided to face the problems with her thesis head-on, and she's working very hard on it.
Really? That's great. You're helping with all the things that I used to do for her. Seems like you've given her a boost of confidence with your encouragement. Now then, I can't really help her prepare for the thesis defense, so I'll be leaving some notes behind instead. You'll have to give them to her later. Okay. I should get started on those notes. If there's anything you're curious about, you may go ahead and ask now. I can answer you as I write. I'm used to multitasking. Oh, and I have to ask a favor. When you give the notes to her later, please don't tell her about my existence.
Why is that?
Well, she's always been in a fragile state. If she knew that there was another Layla who's always taking care of everything, she might feel like everything she's ever worked for is pointless, and that could lead to some demoralizing thoughts. She's a resilient girl, but no matter how resilient she may be, no one can hold up to criticism and torment from themselves. If her condition grows any worse, it's possible that I might cease to exist as well. Then there wouldn't be anyone to help her.
Well, she's not doing very well now, either.
She's getting better though, isn't she? It's apparent how hard she's working now. She's my source of knowledge. I'm merely the representation of how she would be if she were rested and healthy. I believe that she's one of the best, even in a place like the academia where geniuses come by the handful. But growth is a process and shouldn't be rushed. I will always believe in and support her.
Look at that. Just the energy here. Look at that. Oh. It's good that she has you, or she might have already hit rock bottom. Yeah.
Believe me, even if she were to end up at rock bottom, she'd find a way to somehow laugh it off as one of her silly mistakes and climb her way out. That's the kind of person she is. Alright, I've written down all the possible questions that I think the advisors might ask. Next, I'll put together a few words of encouragement for her. I'm not going to sign it, obviously. Oh, and don't forget about our agreement.
Sure. Oh! Alright, the star's expectations. They will never meet, but she will always walk along her side. Aww. She looked at it like this man looks so much more awake. But no, is that the other Layla? Maybe. Alright. Should be one more, right? Yeah. Oh. What the heck? Do they cross over? Oh wait, if I go here. That's weird.
Hello, are you Azam?
Yes, I am. How may I help you?
You explain to us the purpose of your visit.
Ah, I see. Well, if it's a request from an adventurer, then I'll be happy to help you. I just so happen to have the device that you're looking for. Let me fetch it and show you, just to be sure.
Yes, this is it. Thank you so much.
Looks so cool.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I just got a little excited. Please go ahead.
To be honest, judging by what stands before me, I find it very hard to believe that you're an astute Ratawahist student.
Well...
Astrology is a hobby of mine, and these devices have cost me both time and mora to collect. I cherish them as if they were members of my own family. Which is why I don't let just anyone borrow them on a whim. These devices are delicate and can easily be damaged if used inappropriately.
Oh, that's completely understandable. What can I do to better gain your trust?
How about this? I don't need a deposit or anything, but I'd like you to share the contents of your research with me. I'll ask you some questions. If your explanation proves satisfactory, then I'll lend you the device.
Share the contents.
I think
of
I know
my
what I need to do.
research
It's back in
and
the
answer questions.
other place. This should be a piece of cake for you.
Alright, I'll try. But I can't disclose the actual details to you. How about a general overview of the research? Would that suffice?
Yes, that would be fine.
You're probably aware that astrologists rely on the movements of celestial bodies to calculate the past and the future, as well as attempt to summarize the correlating principles, correct?
Of course. This is the basic principle of astrology.
My current research is about a certain phenomenon called astral shift.
Interesting. That's not a topic any ordinary person would be familiar with. I have a basic understanding of the concept, but I'd like to hear you explain it.
Oh, okay. Well, in short, it means that the results derived from astrology are prone to change. As time continues to flow, the stars change and everything else becomes affected by this change. However, what's actually driving the change is what's worth investigating.
I think that it might just be another law of nature.
If the changes follow a certain pattern or routine, then it could be explained as some law. But the changes are manifold, even when considering just a single star. The changes could be resulting from a simple single orbit shift, or it could be a more complex double orbit, or even a triple or quadruple orbit shift.
I don't even know what that
These
is. I'm gonna be
phenomena
honest, I
have a
don't know what.
dramatic effect on astrological conclusions.
I'm with Ether
What
here. I
I'm
have
working
no idea
on
what's going
now
on.
is the research and prediction of the triple orbit shift phenomenon.
Triple orbit? By yourself?
Yes. That's right.
You do know that adding an extra star to the equation increases the computational workload by more than tenfold, right?
It does get a little complicated, but it's still manageable with the use of a few self-invented techniques and a large number of star logs and star charts. Which leads us to why I'm in need of a high-precision celestial globe.
Amazing. I suppose I should never have judged a book by its cover. I thought you were just trying to half-heartedly deal with some school assignment.
Do I really look like that sort
No.
of person?
Don't worry. I'm just joking. I was a little cautious at first, but now I trust you completely. It would make me extremely happy if my collection could assist a researcher in achieving tangible results. Just make sure you return it to me once you're done.
Oh, thank you so much. I really needed this. Good thing Azam was willing to hear me out.
I don't really understand what you were talking about, but I thought you did great.
Really? I was just explaining what it is I'm trying to do.
You're starting to show signs of becoming a great researcher.
Really? I don't know if you really mean it, but I'm happy to
course I
hear
mean it.
that. I guess even the hardest problems can be solved as long as I'm willing to try. Recording and comparing data will be much easier now that we have this device. I can do it all on my own, too. Let's continue with the plan. Can you help me with the rehearsal of my thesis defense?
Alright,
We can do that at the House of Dana.
we're not gonna pick the other one again, because that just made a faint immediately. Oh, this music is so good. So I have to go to that desk and ask her a question that will probably not make her faint. Oh. Alright.
This seems like the best spot to do this. We'll need to be quiet so we don't disturb anyone. So here's what will happen during my thesis defense. After I present my thesis, the advisor sitting below will begin to ask questions. Theoretically, I should be able to answer any questions related to my thesis. However, I tend to get really nervous when my advisors look at me, and I end up completely forgetting what I plan to say. That's why I want to rehearse and practice presenting my points in front of someone.
So I'm playing the role of an academic advisor, right?
That's right. You should have gotten the gist of the content of my thesis when I was explaining it earlier.
Sure.
So ask away. It's okay if your questions are a little off. I'll still treat them as real questions from an advisor and answer seriously.
Got it, you ready?
Wait a moment. Alright, Layla, you got this. You were able to explain everything earlier, so you can do it again. Alright, ask away.
Alright, can you briefly describe the application of the law of triple orbit shift calculation?
Sure. The direction of this research is based on the results of previous research. It's about the feasibility of applying my methodologies to the remaining triple orbit problems. Based on a sample size of 124 cases, we could only achieve approximately 60% accuracy. The results were not reliable enough to be implemented as a law. You can see the common traits of the erroneous samples on page 3. Excuse me, I mean from the star logs in the appendix. It's clear that in each of the erroneous samples, one of the stars underwent a significant shift. This means that, we not only need to limit the number of stars, but we may also need to consider the degree of shift when applying triple orbit shift algorithms. Stars with greater shifts are often key in astrology readings. The next step of the research should be... the next step should be to identify the feasible thresholds of shift for applying our calculations. And that's my answer to your question. Do you have any other questions?
Despite a few samples here, Layla successfully managed to
We're finally
manage them all.
done.
Thinking.
I'm gonna need
That's
more
pretty much it.
practice. I can feel myself getting flustered, and I start to stumble whenever I'm asked questions that I'm unfamiliar with.
Your presentation could use our work, but I could tell your logic is sound.
Oh, really? You mean it? Then this practice must be helping. During my first thesis defense, I stood like a statue on the stage and my palms were covered in sweat.
That's what happened to me.
I couldn't get
That's
a
what would-
single word out.
That would probably also happen to me. It seems we've managed to address all the major challenges for you.
I didn't even realize it, but you're right. It doesn't seem like there's anything holding me back now. I guess that means I'm capable of completing the thesis all on my own. I can hardly believe it. This is amazing. Oh, I'm sorry. It's just that I'm really excited. This is the first time this has happened, really. I'm so happy.
You worked hard. You worked hard to reach this point. You don't need to rely on others anymore.
I'm not sure how to put this. I'm really happy about everything that's happened, but I'm also feeling a little sad.
What about?
I still don't know anything about the blessing from the stars. Will it never happen again since I don't need its help anymore?
I feel like it probably would.
That somehow makes me feel a little
Aww.
lonely.
Lonely?
Yeah, it almost makes the blessing feel like it was just a tool used for my studies, no? But I would really like to discover what the blessing actually is, if I ever get the chance. I want to express my gratitude for it, or better yet, maybe we could be friends. That's basically how I feel about it. Even if I know nothing about the blessing, I could still feel its companionship all along. It's almost like how you helped me. I really cherish and appreciate it. After all, it wouldn't be right to take such blessings for granted in our lives.
I'm sure it would also be very happy to know you feel this way.
That's good. I hope
The stress
it's a
is going
little
down.
more satisfied
Anxiety's
with
going
the
down.
way I am now.
Ah, look at that. A matter of course. Natural yet incredible. The unfolding of events will be etched in her memories for a long time to come. Oh, that's the end of Layla's Hangout. It took around 2 hours and 45 minutes, which is on the second longest one we've had. I think the longest one was either Hazers or Cookies. I don't remember which one it was, but this hangout was actually really cool. I loved it. It was really cool to like see because this is the first time you've actually like talked to Layla instead of the event, like the fungus event. That's the first time we ever talked and the last until this. And I thought this was really cool. So if everyone did enjoy it, make sure to like and subscribe. This was streamed for Twitch, so make sure to follow me on Twitch as well. And see everyone in the next video or stream. Bye.